We're going to talk about the only software tools you need to grow your coaching business to 10, 20, 50, whatever you need to per thousand per month without being complicated, hiring VAs, programmers, all that kind of stuff. Because here's one of the biggest problems coaches have. They get inundated and completely overwhelmed with too many tools and software programs and AI scripts and all this kind of stuff. And it bogs them down and it costs them time. They're trying to learn all this stuff, and inevitably they don't need half of it, or they shouldn't be using it, or they're using the wrong tools. Okay? Here's the three biggest mistakes coaches are making first before we get into how to fix it. The first thing is a lot of coaches believe that some tool is actually going to help their business succeed. They read the sales pages of these tools, these all-in-one tools and so on and so forth. They're like, oh, wow, look at this. If I just have this tool, it's going to help me succeed because it'll do my webinars, it'll send my emails, it'll whatever, do all kinds of posts and AI work and this and that. Oh my gosh, I got to get this tool. And so they sign up and they load all their stuff in there, and it's super complicated. They don't know what to do. It's overwhelming, and it's just not helping. Here's what you need to understand. A tool is a tool. It's not going to, it's like buying a dental drill off of, Amazon doesn't make you a dentist. It's just a tool of the trade. And that's what you got to realize about these kinds of things. The other problem is a lot of coaches, number two, get caught up in the all-in-one tools, okay? And what they do is they're like, well, this thing does everything. It'll do all the way from send emails, do webinars, hold my content, this, that, the other thing, have these communities, all this kind of stuff. I'm going to use that tool. And then they just get tied into it. And the third thing they do, that coaches do, well, let me just back up. Number two, you got to realize that it's really hard for one company to be the best at absolutely everything, okay? Really hard. So there are all-in-one tools and stuff like that. Personally, we don't like only exclusively use all-in-ones. We have all-in-ones, but we use other tools in addition to that. It's just really hard for one company to be the best at everything. The third thing is they take on too much technology, these coaches, and have to hire virtual assistants and stuff like that. You don't need all this complicated stuff. You shouldn't be spending $1,000 a month on tools and then have a virtual assistant have to do everything. It's not that complicated. As of this recording, it's 2025. That's how it was back in like 2005 when there were no software tools and systems and stuff. We had to create everything ourselves. Okay, so here are the only software tools. I mean, you might need other ones, but the main ones that you need in order to scale your coaching business into multiple six figures a year, potentially 6, 7 figures a year. The first thing is a simple email autoresponder and then a CRM, a call booking system with a calendar system in it and a form to, get people's information and something that can set up emails, okay? That's number one. Keep it super simple. Don't overcomplicate it. You need an email system to send to your ideal clients. And the biggest thing you got to understand about email systems is deliverability, okay? Most coaches screw this up and they don't understand the power of deliverability. So you need to sign up to your own stuff. Make sure it's going to like 5 different email addresses, a Gmail address, a Yahoo address, a this address, a that address, the other address, so that you know it's being delivered. Because some of these tools, they just don't necessarily get delivered properly. And you need to make sure your call booking system allows you to send customized reminders and that you can pick them. You can pick a 15-minute reminder, an hour reminder, 2-hour, 24-hour, all those kinds of things. You have to make sure you can pick them. You have to make sure they're customized. Some of these tools will lock you into a 10-hour or 12-hour only or a 1-hour only reminder, and it's not customized. Those don't work, okay? Now, the second thing is something for your coaching materials. If you're have a group coaching program, right, or you're doing some sort of, you just have a lot of content, you need a tool for that. There's a variety of them out there. You could be as simple as putting all your content in Google Docs and giving people access to a Google folder. That's the simplest way to do it, and that's it's easy. You can make them go on Fiverr. You can make those Google Docs super pretty or nice and professional, and then you can give your clients that with customized videos using Loom, like I'm using used to record this. Loom's free if your videos are under 5 minutes. It's like $5 a month. If they're over that, it's super cheap. But the biggest thing is, don't get stuck in these expensive programs that have endless amounts of things to create coaching material in that'll just take you forever to use and figure out, and it's just a waste of money. Okay, that's the biggest thing. Now, the third thing is you need something to run a webinar. Okay, now before we get to that, because this is the most important thing that coaches screw up all the time. Okay, I need you to do two things. Number one, hit the subscribe button above this video so that I know you like this video. Okay, hit subscribe button. And also what it'll do is it'll allow you to get access and updates whenever I create new videos. I'm always creating new videos. I've spent millions on Facebook, invested millions on Facebook ads on how to get coaching clients. And over the years, I'm constantly sharing what's working, what's not working. And I share it here on YouTube. Second thing is, click the link below this video right now, and it'll probably open in a new tab or in the pinned comment. And what it'll do is we want to help you on our free 15-minute Skool community success call. We're going to get on the call with you and share with you strategies you need to do to scale your coaching business, look at your ads, give you ad strategies, help you dial in your market, look at your tools, see if there's something you can cut out, what you need to do better, all that kind of stuff. It's totally free. It's because you're in our Skool community. And again, there's nothing to buy on that call. So just leave your credit card in your freezer. All right? Don't even bring it. Nothing to buy. And this call is super important because it's extremely lonely. And just watching YouTube videos doesn't help if you got to figure everything out, because a lot of coaches don't know what they don't know. The thing that's keeping you from the next level is likely it's not doing the thing that you know you need to do. You're probably doing it a lot. It's the thing that you don't know that you need to do, or that you're doing that you shouldn't do, that you didn't know you didn't need to do it. And so we want to help you figure out those blind spots, because if you're only just trying to do more of what you think you need to do, and in the last 6 months you haven't seen a lot of progress in terms of revenue, something is going on, and we want to help you figure that out. We've done hundreds of these calls. They're free. They're for our Skool community members, and then we're going to unlock some free training for you at the end of it as well. That's going to help you out. That's normally only for our clients. So click that link, book that call. And if you're not a part of our Skool community, there's a link below to join our Skool community. Now, the final thing is webinar software. The biggest mistake coaches make is they're using the wrong webinar software. And here's what I mean. Your webinar software has to do two things. It has to get people to show up at least 60%. If people are not showing up on your webinars at least 60%, the tool you are using is not working. The second thing is you ideally want to have about 5 to 10% of people who watch your webinar to book a call. Now, it's super important on your webinar that it doesn't have controls. The only thing they should be able to do is press volume, okay? If your webinar, you should be running a webinar, so the most high value way to get clients. But here's the problem. What a lot of coaches are doing right now is they're taking people to videos, and those videos can be paused, they can scroll, volume, they can double speed it, sort of like this YouTube video, right? But the problem is you got to realize that when people come from an ad, register and watch your video, a lot of times they're not even watching the video, or they're just scrolling all the way through to the end to see what you have for them. Is it a product? Is it a call? What is it? Or they're double speeding it, or they're pausing it, and they're going to be like, I'm going to come back later, which you know they're not, right? And so you're only going to have 20, 30, 40% engagement rate, and that really sucks. So what you need is a webinar platform that is like bomb-proof, that the only thing it does is allows them to turn the volume on. Aside from that, they can't scroll, they can't do any of that. Your show-up rate's going to be higher, and you'll want to get a higher percentage of these people booking calls if you do it that way. So those are the 3 sets of tools you need. Do not get any of these expensive phone call systems. Do not waste money on all these expensive all-in-ones and this and that if it's not doing these things. I'm all for all-in-one tools, but you got to be careful, okay? We use all-in-one tools for our clients, and I think it's like $125 a month for everything, okay? So you just got to be careful, because the problem with a lot of these tools is you get locked into them, You spend a year building it out. Now you've got so much stuff in them that you can't get your stuff out. So you just got to keep paying for this stupid thing, right? And it can get expensive. So book a call. We'll help you figure out what you need in order to scale your coaching business, what you shouldn't do, what you don't need, all that kind of stuff, and help you figure out your ads, figure out your dial in your message, give you a lot of feedback on what to do. Click the link now, book that call, and make sure you're not wasting a bunch of money on tools that you don't need. Because remember, a tool's a tool. It's all its job is to do is to be a tool, not to grow your coaching business. All right, see ya.